Hi, first grade families. I wanted to come on here tonight. I know you're bombarded with information. Tomorrow at 10, Mr. Palmer is actually going to be doing kind of a parent info meet on Google Meets. He's going to be sending out that invite to everyone from 10 to 11 tomorrow. If you want to join and listen in or ask questions, that might be a really great option to learn more about what this week and the following 7, 8 weeks are going to look like for school. I wanted to come on here because I know most of you have picked up your child's device, which is awesome because having their actual iPad from school is going to make it way easier for them to connect to our live meetings a couple days a week. And I wanted to just give you a chance to see kind of some of the apps and how they work. So that's what I'm going to do right now in just the next couple minutes. So first off, this is your child's iPad from school, and hopefully they're already excited to have it. I know some families have been texting me saying they love having their iPad and playing all the apps they already know how to use. They are logged into all these things, so all you need to do is get it and get started. So I'm going to show you a couple of the apps that are just great to use. The first one, and probably the most important one for first graders, is the Seesaw Class app. So that is where I am sending their work throughout the week. Each day I'm going to be posting different reading, writing, or math activities on there. And then Fridays I'll have a science or art lesson that'll be on Seesaw. I also can upload recorded videos to Seesaw. So that is the #1 best app that we have on our iPad here. So you're going to click on it. It looks like a little white box with kind of like a butterfly symbol. You can kind of see it right here. So I'm going to click on that one. All right, and I've actually got Maggie, so I'm going to see Maggie's page right here. So I want to kind of show you how you go through this. So first of all, to find the lessons that I am posting each day, you're going to go to activities, and it's right here in the middle. It has a little light bulb. I know it might be hard to see on mine, but you click on that right there. And it's going to show you all the different things that we've been posting throughout the week. And right now I'm only going to see the ones Maggie has yet to respond to. Now, when your child has read the directions, if there's a link, and most of them, most often they're going to have some kind of link or some kind of document I've attached to it, whether it be a book or a writing sample or something, and you're just going to click on that, and it'll take you right to what I want the kids to see. There's always going to be directions in there too. So I'm just going to click on this one. This is actually a recorded lesson, a little story and drawing lesson we did, and I put the recorded version up here. And I will do that for all of our Tuesday and Thursday meetings too. So if your child can't make the 9:30 time, it is more fun to be live because they can interact with me. But if for some reason you're working during that time or it's just not a good time for your family, I will record it and upload it later on in the day and post it here on Seesaw, so you can still have your child watch it so they're not missing anything. So here you go, and I'm actually in Maggie's right now, so I can see some of the kids' responses here. But all I do if I'm ready, if I've read the directions, I've seen the link, I can click on Add Response, and then it'll take me to the response pages and the response options. And usually some of the responses I can take a picture of my child's work. Maybe it's the writing that they did. I can simply snap a picture and post it here. That's the little picture, little camera icon there. I can actually write, if it's a document that I've posted here for them to physically write on or work with, you can actually just click right here on text, and it's going to work for me. And you can actually type it in. That's something I know some of the kids, like Gio, he always does the typing option. That's something you can do as well. So, and then down here on the very bottom, sometimes it's kind of hard to see, but they have different pens you can use. So I could choose like a pencil. I could pick the color of my pencil, and then I could write. So this one would be by Maggie, and I'm going to be writing. I'm writing in my left hand as I'm holding it. Okay, and I can write right on the document. So pretty cool option. So a lot of ways that I can respond. With some of the kids, I think with it's a writing prompt, it's sometimes easier just to use their journal and then use the camera and take a picture of them holding up their journal so I can see their writing. Sometimes that's easier for them. All right, so I'm going to close out of this right now. And then when you're done though, let's say they do write on the document, or they type in, they do the text response, they can type in their answer, or you take a picture. Regardless of what option you choose, when they are done and they've completed the work, you click on the little green check mark, and that uploads their work, and it sends it to me so I can see what they've been working on and how they finished that assignment. Okay, I'm not going to save this because Maggie would be very upset if I saved this and didn't finish the work for her. So I'm going to close out that. Another thing that's really important. So for joining our live meetings on Tuesday and Thursday, I put a link straight to our Google Meet right in Seesaw. So that way, if it's easier for you just to open that app and connect to the link, that way you can do that too. But I put it on the announcement page because I didn't want to put it in the activities. I really wanted to stay on the announcements that you can go back to it for the next 2 months. It's the same link. So if I want to find the announcements, and that's how Mrs. Kester or Mrs. Kuiper will be posting for PE stuff too. I can go over to Inbox. It's right next to the Activities tab. It's Inbox. It looks like a little speech bubble. And Class Announcements. And then if I scroll to the very bottom, it'll show the latest link. And this one here that you can see is the Google Meets icon. And I would just click right on that when I'm ready to go to our live Google Meets at 9:30 on Tuesday and Thursday, and then the optional one on Friday at 11:30 is just going to be kind of a fun story, or might be an art lesson or a science experiment, something fun. They can bring their lunch too and eat, and we can just have some chat time too. All right, so those are kind of the most important things. Another thing on Seesaw that's pretty cool is if you click on the journal icon right there, and there's kind of 3 buttons here all together. The journal icon, you can actually upload anything. It doesn't even have to be pertinent to an activity. Let's say your child decided to read about bears and they wanted to write about bears, but you want to show what they've been working on. You want to show that to me. You can just go to journal right here, because this keeps track of all the things that they do. Press that little green plus button and then take a picture. And pictures honestly work probably the best, or video. You can do a video too, and upload something your child's been working on, and it'll send it to me too, just like the activities would. So pretty cool that you can respond in a lot of different ways. But the activity tab will be the one that you use most often to see the new things that I post each morning. All right, so that's Seesaw in a nutshell. If you have questions, feel free to call me too, or text me or email me. I'm pretty much available in any of those modes right now every day. Okay, so I'm gonna close out of Seesaw. Okay, some other apps that I think are good for you to know. The other one that I'd say is the next most important one is our Google Meets app. So right here, it looks like a green speech bubble, and that is the program instead of Zoom. We can't use Zoom anymore, so we have to use Google Meets. So for Google Meets, you're gonna click on that, and it's gonna open up. Now it's gonna say enter a meeting code. Now, if you enter a meeting code, and it's not gonna work right now because I don't have the meeting open at the moment, but let's say you came on here and pressed on that app right at 9:30 on Tuesday or Thursday, or 11:30 on Friday. You can click right here to enter meeting code, and you can type in Thompson, THOMPSON, and then dash, and then first, just with the number 1, first, and just first. So Thompson dash first. I'll maybe zoom in there so you can see a little bit better. It might be hard to see. And then I can hit join meeting. And like I said, right now it's not gonna work because that nickname only works when I have it already up and going. So let's say you're a couple minutes early to the meeting and you're like, wait a minute, it's not working. I put in Thompson dash first. Give it a minute or two till I have a chance to start the meeting. And then as soon as I've started the meeting, the kids can come in. And that's actually just a security feature so that we don't have kids hanging out in the chat room without a teacher to just monitor what they're talking about. And I know first graders probably won't have to worry about, but maybe some of the middle schoolers or older kids, we have to kind of keep an eye on. All right, so I'm gonna close out of that right now. But if you use that Seesaw link, you don't have to do anything with the Google Meets. It'll automatically just open it. Now, I will say, if you are not using a school device, that will not work that way. So, for example, the Seesaw link, I think will work as long as you're signed into any Google account. The Google Meets app is only gonna work if you're signed into your child's Gmail account. So if you're using their device, they're all signed into your kid's Gmail already, so you're good to go. But if you're using a different device with the Google Meets app, you will need to get your child's email and password. And I have those, so you can always text me if you're not able to use their actual school iPad. But I really strongly recommend everybody go get your school iPad. So if you didn't grab it today, let me know and we'll make sure that you get it tomorrow or the next day. All right, so another couple apps that I think are just really useful on here. Epic, and probably I think a lot of you have already logged into Epic at home from that email I sent everyone. But if you go into Epic and then you find your child's name, so I'll look for Maggie here, find Maggie's name, okay, and it's gonna load. This has over 40,000 books available to your kids, so it's huge. And they can read about anything. We are still gonna do animal reports. So next month, normally this time of year, they do an animal reports and a report project. I'm actually gonna prep all those materials, including poster board, and I'm gonna put it all together and have you guys pick it up next month at school, and we'll kind of make those some of our assignments. But we are gonna do a poster project, and I'm gonna assign them all a diorama to do. So we're still gonna do our animal reports. We'll just have to do them digitally, where we will have each of the kids kind of present digitally. But we're gonna still make it work, and we're gonna try to get in our zoo trip, even if it has to be this summer. Okay, so just keep looking for updates for that. So have to see when this whole social distancing thing is over. But there are so many books here that you can find. If your child, is still kind of an emergent reader, they're not quite there yet, the Read to Me stories are a great option. They love the videos. I always say use the videos sparingly. They love the Number Rock videos are even on here that they love, like the Place Value Song and some of those other ones that we use. And then you can also search by just topics that interest your child down here on the search option. So you can type in different topics that they might be interested in, even gives you some search options. But anyways, Epic, great resource for endless amounts of books. Okay, another one I'm gonna use a lot on here is Kids A to Z. And this is the only one on here that I think you'll have to enter a password because for whatever reason it won't stay on there. I tried when I logged everybody in. So you're gonna click on the button down here. Butte Creek, it says Primary Butte Creek, it's a little robot. Click on it, and then you're gonna find your child's name. So I'm gonna find Maggie's name here. Okay. And then once they find their name, everyone has the same password. It's read, just all lowercase, R-E-A-D. And then I'm going to log into it. Now this is really cool because I can assign the kids books in here, and I can assign them based on their reading level too, which is awesome. So whenever I, sometimes I might assign something on Seesaw and say, go and read 1 or 2 of your books on Kids A to Z. So Kids A to Z, you'll open up that Kids A to Z app and you'll go to My Assignments. It looks like a little spaceship over here. My Assignments. Click on it, and we'll see if Maggie still has them. Yep. So I've already assigned some books in there for everybody, but she can see all the different books here. And there's several choices. So she's read a couple, but it shows me the ones that she's read. And then like this one, for example, Beanie and the Missing Bear, she can use the headphone picture, means she's going to be listening to it. The book picture means she is reading it independently. So I would just encourage them, if they listen to the book, they can listen to it for the first time. That's okay. A lot of times we do that in the classroom. I read the book to them first, or we do popcorn reading where they take turns, then have them read it on their own. So they're doing it both ways. But if they do the listening, I would definitely have them read it on their own too. But those are kind of what those buttons are for. But awesome. The reading room is where I can assign books, so My Assignments. And then if they want to go just choose books of their own, there's endless possibilities of books on here too. These ones are a little bit more teacher friendly because I can assign books based on skill, based on level. So I really like this as a teacher for being able to assign books to the kids, but Epic is definitely probably more engaging for them as far as finding books that they want to read. Okay, this is a little bit more instructional, but still another great app and resource. So just remember your passwords are read, all lowercase. Okay. So a couple other, Splash Math is a new one. We have not used this one in the classroom. This is a great one. It works with first grade skills. They're all logged in already, or hopefully I say that and they will still be logged in. But Splash Math is a great one for them to play just different skills that are required in first grade. So it's all the things that we teach over the first grade year, and they kind of look like hot air balloons when they pop up. So you can see they can kind of pick their choice. So money would be a great one. That's one that we'd work on. She's got geometry in here too, data and graphs. I mean, just pretty much all the subject areas are here. Okay, addition facts, subtraction facts, and then it actually sends me a score report of how they did in each of these areas. Not that I'm going to be grading anything over the next couple months, but it does show me kind of, are they making progress? Are they struggling in any area? So it's good information for me to have as their teacher too when I'm thinking about what new math things to plan for the class. All right, so that's that math app. It's a really great one. Books, they love books. Books is the one where the kids, the stories all read to them. They pick a story and it reads to them, and it's animated. So it's pretty fun. All the stories kind of come to life. So I'm going to go ahead and just close out that one. That's kind of what that one's all about. TikTok's a clock app, which might be a fun one since I'm assigning telling time tomorrow. Toto Math is the one they're most common with. They can work on just about anything from kindergarten all the way to second grade math skills. So they even have regrouping and things that we haven't got to yet in first grade. A couple other ones. The ones that Teacher Monster reads a favorite one. They love that. They love King of Math. Math Seeds, I think they use more in kindergarten, but we left it on there for them to use. They love Sushi Monster, working with addition facts and even some multiplication facts. And then the Drive. I want to show you this last one. I wasn't actually planning on using this, but I changed my mind today. So you'll open up Google Drive, and they're already signed into their own Gmail account or their own Google account. It's just at students.Silver Falls School District. And it's already all signed in there, so you don't need to worry about it. But I can actually post their sight word songs on here. So next week, I'm going to give you guys, or actually not next week, it's this week. Tomorrow, during our lesson, I'm going to give the kids kind of their spelling list for the week, because I've had a lot of families ask for that, and 2 sight words to work on. And actually, they have 3 sight word videos in here because I changed my mind on one of them. But Around and Just are going to be our songs. We're going to start our day tomorrow with those. And so on Google Drive, I can share those with the kids, and then they can practice them whenever they want. It's in their Google Drive file or folder, and so they can pull those up whenever they want and practice. So I thought that would be kind of fun for them. So I'll introduce them tomorrow, but they could go back and practice those songs over and over if they want. But that's in the Google Drive. So Google Drive, they can just pull that up, open, and it'll just be the sight word songs they'll post there. I may think of something else that I could post in there too for them to access if they want, but for now we'll just make it sight word songs. All right. Now there are some other things on here. Chatter Kids, they love that. That's one that we usually use during animal reports. They make one of their animals talk. It's kind of fun. Math Manipulatives is a file that has all these different ways they can use the math manipulatives and just write right on the screen. So it's a good one that we use kind of as the teaching tool. And then again, Prodigy, I sent everybody their logins for Prodigy. That's one we haven't used in class, but one I usually introduce at the end of the school year. And then I think the only other thing on here is their Gmail. So Gmail isn't really, the kids probably aren't going to use this a whole lot, but whenever I share anything on Google Drive, or if I share our meeting link with them for Tuesday and Thursday's Google Meets, it automatically gets sent to their Gmail. So it's another way you could connect with their Google Meets too. So I've already sent out the Google Meets. So let's see. well, here I think so far it shares the sight words that I've shared on sight word songs on Google Drive. But you can actually scroll down here and look for, oh yeah, first grade invited me. So I can click here. First grade invited me to our weekly Tuesday and Thursday meeting from 9:30 to 10. And it has actually your meeting link right in there. So you can click on it if you want to join that way too. So lots of ways we can use this. But overall, really, really encourage everyone to get their iPads. So, but remember, most important app is that Seesaw Class app, and then using those reading ones. That's a great one, and some of those math ones for fun. All right, thanks you guys, and let me know if you have any other questions about your students' iPad. So anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow on our live. Bye guys.